Hi, it's Nick here again, recording this video today. This is going to be a bit of a shorter video because I'm almost coming to the end of my walk here. But I thought it'd be good to do a very quick kind of video. So really today what I want to talk about is something that I heard. I was listening to a YouTube video earlier when I was driving into JB, and I think it was pretty interesting. It was an interview of this lady. I can't remember her exact name. I think it was Melissa something. But she's the founder of this marketing consultancy, alright, called Outliver. But more importantly is that she runs this publication that has gotten massive traction on LinkedIn recently. It's called State of Brand. Basically, it curates important hot topics around marketing, and she adds a bit of her own spin on it, and then she shares that through that publication. Why I think this is interesting is that I think this is something that I've been thinking about, I've been reading about for a long time, in fact years, where I heard a lot of folks have said that businesses, maybe particularly B2B businesses, right, needs to think a bit more of themselves as media companies, right? Not just a product or a service company. And I think there's some truth in that, particularly for B2B, because B2B businesses are a little bit more boring than B2C businesses, right? And we lack the natural kind of eyeballs traffic that B2C businesses, particularly in interesting space, in interesting industries, tend to get. So if we can't get traffic, then how can we convert any of that to become leads in our pipeline, for instance, right? Or interest in our service or products. So from that perspective, I think there's good. There's something interesting to think about when you see other folks who have kind of really been able to execute this really well. Like in this founders example that I just shared, her publication called State of Brand is widely shared on LinkedIn, so she gets a lot of natural traffic from there, and then some of these people become her clients. And in fact, one of the service she helps her clients with is precisely helping them to build some kind of media, media room, media service, helping them to share more of this kind of publications, information with their natural base of audience, and then from there turn that, I assume, turn that into interest, into leads, into pipeline for their particular business. So it's something that I also want to think about how I can do this from my own very small marketing agency business, but I think would still be useful. And I think of it a little bit like my sense is that there's three legs to this stool, and I see them as one, my own personal profile as a founder of a marketing agency. So I think that personal profile with my own network on LinkedIn and people that I know from over years of work and business connected on LinkedIn, creating content on that, I think is something I've been doing over the years. Maybe not always as regularly as I want to, but I think enough to say that I probably publish, I think maybe something in the range of once a week over the year, per week, LinkedIn post on my personal profile. So I think that's one leg of the stool, is using your own personal profile to write write stuff that you think will attract your audience, for lack of a better word, thought leadership. Alright, then kind of content. The other leg of the stool would actually be, I believe, some kind of media vehicle. So in the case of that founder that I just shared, hers is a LinkedIn newsletter, which I think is a pretty strong and good way of doing this. Obviously, you could do it differently. It could be built on a different website, for instance. But I feel like LinkedIn newsletter is a pretty strong way to build that. And where I think is really helpful is to see this media vehicle as distinct from your business and from your personal profile, LinkedIn profile as well. Right? So I think obviously I'm going to put more thought into this and hopefully in future do more videos about that. But I think that's the second leg, is that media vehicle that you can use to provide thought leadership information to get people naturally interested in what you in the publication, generate traffic, and from the traffic convert that into pipeline for yourself or for your business. Then the last leg of that stool, I feel, would be actually an email list. Given that I've been in this space, in CRM email marketing line for years, it's a bit embarrassing to say that I haven't really been doing this well enough. I've done that over the years once or twice, but stopped. It's very start-stop, and it's something that I really want to put a lot more focus on going forward. So this is just a very simple kind of overview of that 3 legs of that stool. Obviously hoping to dive more into each of them over time. But like I mentioned, so one leg will be your personal LinkedIn profile. One leg will be some kind of media vehicle. Right? In this case right now, the one I'm seeing that seems like it's gotten a lot of traction is some form of LinkedIn newsletter. Could work really well, especially if you're in the B2B space. If you're B2C, I'm no expert in that, so I can't tell you. Then the last leg of that stool would really be an email list. Because I think from the email list is probably the easiest way to try to convert traffic that you've generated from the other legs into potential lead and pipeline for yourself, right? So that's it. That's my quick thoughts on this. All right, and thanks again, and see you in the next video.